Hello, everyone. Welcome into Yelling from the Couch. I'm Brent Humphreys, and I'm joined by my co-host once again, Gordon Chatterton. Gordon, how we doing this week, man?
Doing awesome, man. Good last weekend of football from all the way from Thursday all the way to Sunday.
I don't know about that all the way around, but it was a week of football, we could say.
Well, you got points. There's a lot of bad happened, but there's a lot of good too.
Yeah, your Packers are looking like a Super Bowl contender.
And that makes me happy.
Yeah, it would me too. And mine is, well, let's talk about that after a while. I talked about it last night with Steve when he come on the podcast. We'll hold off on that talk for just a little bit. Gordon, Ohio State gets a win against Ohio in the Battle of Ohio, I guess you could say. Not really, but your team,
not really.
Your team wins last Saturday. My team, they beat Eastern Michigan, which we'll talk about all that here in just a little bit. But we hung out in the MAC last week, man. Yeah. Our teams play at the same time every week. Like, I haven't been able to catch a full Ohio State game. You haven't been able to catch a full Kentucky game yet because they're playing at the same time.
Not even close. Gamecast is the best I could get done.
Yeah, and that's it right now. So before we get into breaking down those games, let's just go ahead and let's talk about your Packers last week and their big win against the Commanders.
That was a pretty impressive win. They kept Jaden Daniels on lockdown. He had 7 rushes for 17 yards. He's known to do more than that in one run. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, and not to mention he's going to be a little gimpy next week.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be gimpy. Taking all them hits he took and everything. That defense, man, they're scary good right now.
Yeah. I know he's on the injury list. I think it's either his knee or his ankle. He's not going to practice Wednesday or Thursday, but he's going to practice Friday.
Man. So speaking of quarterbacks who are on the injured report, just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off here. Joe Burrow is confirmed now. He is on the injury reserve. He is out for at least 3 months with turf toe.
Yeah, but he had to have surgery, so I think that turf toe came with a pulled ligament.
That's what it was. Yep. That's what it was. But, man, like I was telling Steven last night, I've never heard so much turf toe in my whole life except for this year. And Brock Purdy gets it last week, but he didn't tear a ligament. And then Joe Burrow gets it this week. And it's like, what is up with turf toe this time of year? Turf toe season.
I didn't even know what turf toe was until a few years ago. I kept hearing it. And I was like, how painful is it? Torn ligament or extended ligament? I'd say, yeah, that would put you out for a while.
Yeah, when I played football in high school, there was a guy that had turf toe, and it was nasty looking. So, it is painful, but he got over it within a couple of weeks, so it didn't seem like that big of a deal. But if you tear a ligament, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Someone said they took his shoe off, and, they were talking about it, and his toe was actually it wasn't laying flat, it was actually pulling up.
That's
nasty. That's nasty.
It hurts me to even think about that, It's just like, okay, it's not good.
That's nasty.
That is very nasty. Man. Oh, poor Joe Burrow, but we've got Jake Browning. There's rumors that the Bengals are interested in famous Jameis and Kirk Cousins. Now,
there was another rumor, though, that they're interested in somebody else.
Oh, boy. Who's the other one? I don't know if I've heard this one or not.
Malik Willis. Just because last year he came in and started with 5 games with Green Bay and he beat Indian, won 2 games in a row. Indianapolis was the first one. Come straight off the couch.
That's what we're doing. We're yelling from the couch here, but yeah.
Yeah. Then there's another game later. Jordan Love got hurt when he re-injured his knee. And he came in relief and had a comeback win against somebody else. He's a good quarterback, but I don't know.
I'm going to save my take on this for our segment after a while. But, yeah, we'll table that for after a while. But those are some options that the Bengals have right now. But, hey, they got the win the other day, right? They're 2-0 for the first time under Zach Taylor. Hey, let's go.
Hey, that was good. Week 1, I almost had it bookmarked, but last week I did too. Then when he got hurt, I said, oh, my gosh, are they going to screw this up? They didn't. They didn't.
Even though he threw 3 picks, he led them on a game-winning drive at the end. An impressive game-winning drive.
I know. It's like if you're halfway decent. How in the world can you not throw the ball to Jamar Chase and miss him?
Right? And look, 14 catches prove that, hey, we're going to go after him. We're going to finally get him involved. Let's go. He's out there.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting paid. Let's involve him.
Hey, they can't climb on Burrow's back now. Let's climb on Jamar Chase's back.
Yeah. Why not? Somebody's got to carry this team right now at this point in time.
Yeah, they was talking about the other day. I feel bad for Jake Browning. Joe Burrow is the second most hit quarterback or sacked quarterback since he's been in the league.
Yeah.
The only one that's been sacked more times than him since when he was drafted was Russell Wilson.
And we see what Russell Wilson's done since then. He's not the same guy.
No.
Since Burrow's in the league.
Yeah.
And there was that stat that Steven pointed out here that Joe Burrow has been sacked more times in his first 6 seasons than Andrew Luck was in his first 7 seasons. And Andrew Luck retired after his 7th season.
Okay. But to be fair with Andrew Luck, one of his sacks caused a punctured spleen.
Yeah, that would kind of scare you away from playing football after that, punctured spleen. That's a little bit different than turf toe, I would believe.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a more vital organ.
Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a good point right there. But, so, like I said, we're covering college football here, but we're going to hit a little pro football first. Gordon, tell me what was the most exciting game of the week, and I'm going to tell you if it's the same as what I thought it was, because mine's a little off the radar. If you weren't choosing Green Bay, okay, and I'm not choosing Cincinnati, what was the best game of the week that you were entertained by the most?
I watched a lot of Red Zone, so I didn't actually watch all whole games until a little bit later. But I did like it was actually the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots.
Oh, really?
That was a game I watched more of.
Yeah.
Really good. Was it great? No, but it was competitive. It was a high-scoring game. More points than what I thought was going to be scored during that game.
And Mike Vrabel getting a little workout on the sidelines there, running that kickback with Gibson.
And shocker, he was keeping up with him.
He was, yeah. Vrabel looked like he can go out there and still play her at that point in time with that speed out there. Look at him.
He's from the O.
Yeah. But my game that I thought was most entertaining besides the Bengals was the Cowgirls and the Giants, man. The fourth quarter specifically and overtime. 41.
That one stunned the crap out of me. But once again, Brandon Aubrey, 60 yards, or no, 65.
64 saved the day for the
Not
Cowboys.
to mention, though, did you watch the replay on that field goal?
Yeah.
That bad boy would have been good from 70 or 72, 73 yards.
Yeah, that would have broken the record for sure if he would have been back a little bit further. Because, man, what was Zerline? They give him the nickname Legatron. Aubrey's got to have some sort of nickname now, right? I mean, because, man, that's a leg on him right there.
The Pulsar Cannon? I don't know because, I mean, I'm going to say, though, if you gave him enough, I'd say, if you gave him a few weeks to prep his leg, I'd say he could probably kick it from one goal line all the way to the uprights on the other end of the field.
Yeah, he's got a heck of a leg on him. He may be one of the better players on the Cowboys. Man, I thought when Malik Neighbors caught that touchdown pass with 19 seconds left, it's over. Just Dak right down the field. I mean, hey, Russell didn't look bad either,
So, well, this is one of my
yeah,
takes for later.
Okay.
But I'm gonna bring this up. How bad does that mean that the Cowgirls defense is? Now, if he does it again, doesn't say much. But considering what we saw in Week 1, that's bad.
Well, we've talked that the Giants have some weapons. You've got Malik Neighbors. You've got Wan'Dale Robinson. You got Jackson Dart over on the sideline. If only they had him, man, I think they would have beat the Cowboys in that game.
Oh no, because he wouldn't have made it. He went. I think Russell Wilson. I almost know he threw a pick. Like I said I didn't watch the whole game because back and forth.
Red zone's the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I watched probably last three quarters of the Patriots Dolphins game. That's probably why I picked it.
Right. And the Monday night game between Tampa Bay and Houston was also an exciting game, fun to watch. Offense in the first half, defense in the second half for sure. But those were some of the key exciting games of the weekend that don't involve our teams.
Yes, our teams are exciting for us if it's 68-0. So
yeah, whether I've got Toe Burrow on the sidelines or I've got Jake Browning out there, I'm going to watch either way, and I'm going to be invested in it. So
yeah.
So we'll get back to some pro talk after a while when we hit our yell or no yell segment after a while. But Gordon, why don't we go back to college here real quick and let's talk about last Saturday. The Ohio State Buckeyes hosted the Ohio Bobcats, and Ohio State got the win in that game. It was a close game there for a while. It was 13-9. Was it through the third quarter or second quarter? And Ohio State pulled away after that.
I think of that score at the half was either 13-9 or 16-9 because I know they kicked another field goal before they started scoring touchdowns. I'm thinking. Anyways, though, yeah, Ohio is a better team in the MAC. They did beat West Virginia the week before.
Right, and they won the MAC last year, too.
Yeah, and a lot of their players wanted to go to Ohio State but couldn't make it, so they go to Ohio. They get pissed off when they play them, and they try to say, well, this is what you could have had.
Right. Yeah, why not, right, at that point?
Yeah, but I got to say, Mr. Just Saying kind of helped them out a little bit.
2 picks?
Yeah, one of them, can't blame him. It actually hit an Ohio State player and got deflected, Someone got their big paw up, and they got picked. But the second one, he does that if he'd done that week 1 against Texas, they would have probably lost. He was getting sacked, falling to the ground, and probably about this far before he touches the ground,
throws it up. Yeah.
No, flips it to the defensive lineman. Yeah, I mean, straight at him. I mean, he didn't have to move. It just hit him in the chest. So.
Well, he did throw for 3 touchdowns, 347 yards. Not a bad stat line there, but the picks, he's got to control them a little bit better.
Well,
just saying.
First one, yeah, just saying. The first one, I can't really blame him. They got their hand up. I mean, they put their hand in his passing lane, so can't really fault him for that one.
Right.
The second one is 100% just on him.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's like when Gus Frerotte played for the Bengals and was going back and getting sacked. He was a right-handed quarterback, and he took the ball in his left hand and threw an interception, pick 6 the other way. That's on the quarterback at that point in time when you do something stupid like that.
Yeah. Saying you're not like Patrick Mahomes was. You're not like Brett Favre was throwing picks, yeah. But I mean, as far as being able to do them magical flip passes, no, you're not.
Maybe down the line, he's just a freshman, but right now, don't be doing that. Play smart.
No, don't do that. No, no. It's like this. Stop that.
He's a freshman, so he's a young guy, so yeah, quit. All right. And then I've seen a lot of this online. A lot of Ohio State fans are like, Bo knows that he should be the number 1 running back on campus after another big game. Yes. What about Bo Jackson, Gordon? Are you a Bo Jackson guy?
Second week in a row. He's the leading rusher on the team.
Over 100 yards again.
Yeah, 9 carries.
9 carries. The average is insane for him.
Yeah. He doesn't have the breakaway speed that, the other ones has got, but he's got better vision. He's hitting holes. The same holes has to be there when the other ones, but they're not hitting them. He hits them and he shakes people off too, but then he's gone.
Yeah. And he's also a freshman too.
Oh, yeah, I think he's a true freshman.
Yeah, true freshman. So got to deal with him for a few more years up there in Big Ten country. So yeah, that's something to celebrate for sure. And then of course number 4 had a big game again. 9 catches, 153 yards, a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Number 4.
That's all you can say. Yeah. It was this 4. Number 4.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, I will give Ohio this. They actually covered him without drawing a penalty, and it wasn't a penalty. Knocked 2 touchdown catches away from him with 1-on-1. Whoever that cornerback is for Ohio, he's good because he actually covered Jeremiah Smith in the end zone on a post fade and actually swatted the ball away from him.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys in the MAC, I know Toledo, Kentucky played in the first week. Some of their defensive backs are going to play in the NFL. And it sounds like Ohio's got a guy, too. If you're out there defending Jeremiah Smith, you may have a shot in the league somewhere.
Oh, yeah. He'll start off on a practice squad, but I don't think it'll take him long. Maybe not. He might actually make the starting cut or the first backup, which is, isn't a bad spot. You still get a good payday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So Ohio State, they give Sayin some time back there, and the defense played really well for Ohio State again.
Yeah, which is, I don't know, kind of says something about some other team everyone says was one of the best in the nation. They can only get 7 points, and a MAC school scored 16.
Nine. Yeah.
Wasn't it 16 finals?
It was 9, wasn't it? I'm not
be.
sure. I thought it was 37-9, but I may be off on that.
You might have been right. I was so happy that they finally started scoring. I quit paying attention to the score.
Yeah.
I was texting you and I said, are you kidding me? It's another field goal?
See, it's on here somewhere. Where's it at?
No, you're right. 37-9.
37-9. Yeah.
But they scored 2 more. They scored 3 times on Ohio State. Yes, they were just field goals.
3 times though. They got into position to score.
Yeah. And they don't have the best kicker, so it had to get relatively close.
Yeah, it was 13-9 at one point in time in the third quarter. And then Ohio State scored 4 straight times, kind of blew it open.
Oh, yeah, well, we even got to see, I thought we should have seen Keen Holtz a lot sooner, but, the backup. But, hey, as long as he gets in the game and he can take victory formation snaps, I'm fine with it.
So Ohio State, they are off this week. They're on their bye, week 4. Then they come back next week, week 5, and they play Washington at Washington. That'll be a good one. Washington's undefeated so far.
Yeah, I do believe that will be a good one. There's one game that coming up for Ohio State. We'll talk about this later on. Maybe not this episode, but it's coming because it's a Big Ten school. UCLA, not quite what we thought it was going to be at the beginning of the season.
Definitely not. Who was it? Foster? Is that their coach that they just fired?
Yeah, Bud Foster.
No, man, it might not even be Foster. I can't even remember what the guy's name was. Their coach, that's bad, isn't it? Deshaun Foster, maybe? Anyways, he got canned. And Nico for fire. I mean, Tennessee won that trade.
Oh, yeah, well, Nico is the guy that went to UCLA, and Aguilar went to Tennessee.
Yep. Nico was wanting that money, and Tennessee's like, no, we're not paying that money. And he's like, I'll go to UCLA and get that money. And they're like, okay, we'll just take that quarterback and show that it wasn't you this whole time.
Yeah, I said, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah, and it's worked out for Tennessee, and it has not for them. It's Foster. Deshaun Foster fired after an 0-3 start. Yeah,
well, I mean, I think it's more about who they lost to last week.
Yeah, and how much they lost to him by?
It was bad.
Yeah. So Washington, they play Washington State this week in the Apple Cup, which is a lot earlier for the Apple Cup than what everybody's used to. But, hey, the Pac-12.
They're different conferences now. I think Washington's got that one pretty safely.
I would say so, too. Washington State's not very good.
They're about like UCLA.
Yeah. So the second game last week we're going to talk about, that is my Kentucky Wildcats facing Eastern Michigan. Kentucky wins at 48-23. Cutter Bowley gets some run at quarterback. Gordon, I know you didn't get a chance to watch a whole lot of it, but I've told you a little bit about it. You've heard a little bit about it. What was your overall thoughts on Kentucky's performance against Eastern Michigan?
It's his first start, so I actually tell you the truth, don't think he did too bad. I mean, it's not going to be great. It's his first start. I mean, got to get timing down. But 240 yards passing. He had 2 touchdown passes. McGowan had 2 running touchdowns. Right?
Yeah, 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I think give him a couple more weeks. If he can get the timing down, they're going to have to design stuff to get people open until he gets more comfortable. He ain't going to be able to see the windows like some of the veterans do before they come around. So they're going to have to scheme him to where he can see him coming open.
Right, yeah. And you're going to have to get more than just your tight ends involved. But, I mean, it's fine. It's good you're getting your tight ends involved, but you also got to get some receivers involved as well out there, especially when you go into the SEC, yes. Because that opens up some lanes for Seth McGowan. And Jason Patterson ran pretty good the other day, too, for Kentucky. He had 80 yards and a touchdown.
Well, I said, though, get the ones on the outside going, and then that opens up the middle. And like you said, it opens up running lanes. It opens up passing lanes for the tight ends and running backs. You can't key on them. You can't do the cover 2 where you press up, because if they're breaking outside, you have to back up a little bit. You got to move the safeties over.
And then that frees up your tight ends over the middle, running lanes. I mean, that frees up a whole lot if you are more than just one-dimension football team. And so far on offense, there's not too many dimensions.
Yeah, well, There's 1.5.
1.5. Tight ends, running back.
Tight ends in the middle. And
Tight
running
ends in
backs.
the middle. Yeah. Now, I thought he played a pretty good game for the most part. They leaned on the run game, which was good. They controlled the tempo of the game. Eastern Michigan moved the ball pretty well against Kentucky's defense and scored 23 against them, which was disappointing. You don't want a team like Eastern Michigan, who is the bottom of the MAC. I mean, they're probably one of the worst teams in the MAC, to put that many points up on you. But I'm just going to chalk it up to they were playing some backups, and they just weren't giving their best effort, which isn't a real good sign. They kind of toyed with them a little bit, but Kentucky put up 48 on them, which is good for the offense. They only outgained them by 31 total yards. Kentucky had 492, and Eastern Michigan had 461. That's concerning a little bit for this defense.
When you hear that, it's almost like you're ready to give them some medication, saying, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
I mean, that defense was gagging over on the sideline. It's about to puke. That's how sick it looked.
Yeah, it was not their best performance at all, but you mentioned Seth McGowan and his 3 touchdowns. He had over 100 yards again. That guy is going to play in the NFL. He may not be a starter or anything, but he's going to get a shot at the NFL. He runs hard, and I mean he can hit his holes and everything too. He's probably Kentucky's best player on this team.
Yeah, I can see him do it. That one running back you had last year, 2 years ago, Ray Davis.
Ray Davis, yeah.
He's a Bill. So yeah. I see the same role for Seth McGowan if he goes in. A solid, I mean, some teams he could be a number one.
Yeah. Well, he was a 5-star coming out of high school, went to Oklahoma, got into some trouble, got kicked off of Oklahoma's team, ended up out there at New Mexico State, and then he kind of cleaned himself up a little bit. Now he's over here at Kentucky. So, trying to turn things around and just keep your nose clean and everything. And I think he'll end up pretty good for himself.
I didn't realize this, and I know you didn't bring it up. They're sitting there talking about some of the other rosters. Can't believe Barry and Brown left y'all.
Yeah, he's at LSU.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I never brought it up, but then again, I wasn't thinking about it because last year he was the offense. Him
and Dane Key also transferred to Nebraska. He's out there playing with little Patrick Mahomes, and he's their top receiver right now. And he's a kid from Lexington, grew up right close to the stadium. He would have been a senior this year, and he just couldn't get along with the coaching staff. He split, went out to Nebraska, and now he's their number one target. Nebraska, I think, is 3-0 right now.
Yep. They got a big game this week.
Who they got?
Team up north.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. See what both of them's made of, actually, in that game.
Oh, yeah. It's not the best game in the Big Ten, but it's a game. It's going to be a good one.
So, if you were Kentucky, would you continue to keep Cutter Bowley at that starting position, or would you bring a healthy Zach Calzada back into the fold to start for Kentucky? You got a bye week coming up.
Got a bye week. This week you got a bye.
Extra week to prep.
I'd give him another week. I would.
Too.
Now, if he smells like you forgot to change your baby's diaper after about half a day, then yeah, you better get him out of there. But see, who do they play?
They got South Carolina next week, who got beat down by Vandy this past week. So
I call that.
Oh yeah. I agreed with you on that segment. I could see Vandy beating South Carolina.
Yeah, but I didn't see him beating them that bad.
Oh no, I didn't either. But Sellers did get hurt early, had a concussion, was out of the game for South Carolina, but still though, that big of a beatdown even without Sellers, I didn't see that coming.
No, that wasn't just, there's been a segment on, there's a difference between getting beat and getting your butt kicked. They got their butt kicked.
Yeah. But I think that they should give this team is Cutter Bowley's team now for the near future, like you said, unless he starts, looking a whole lot worse. But I would give it to him. He's got a whole week to prepare for South Carolina. Let him get those reps with the number ones. Let him run with them and see what he can give you on, a little bit more preparedness than just 1 week. See what he's got.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it ain't going to hurt nothing.
No, it definitely ain't going to hurt nothing. So I like it. But, all right, Gordon, now that's our teams from last week. Let's go ahead and let's hop into a segment here that we like to do. And it's time for Yell or No Yell. Gordon, go ahead. Give me your first topic this week for Yell or No Yell.
From the NFL, Chiefs missed the playoffs. It's only week 2 just passed, but they are 2.
They are,
and they're not. They're not getting Ray Rice back until week 7.
Rasheed Rice.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice. And Xavier Worthy may be out again this week.
Travis Kelce's looking like he's not the same guy at all.
Looks like he needs that little piece of equipment that's got the tennis balls on the bottom of it when he's going down the field.
Yeah.
He's looking old. He's looking like me going down the field. Old. Just way bigger.
Man, I'm going to go no yell. I can't go against the Chiefs yet, man. They've got to prove me wrong. And until they do, I see them just having like a comeback here later where they get lucky on some games and they sneak into the playoffs. I don't think they win the West, though. I got another team winning the West.
Oh, I do too. But, yeah, I don't like going against. It's not like I don't like it. It's like I feel like it's stupid to go against them.
Yeah.
But right now, they're looking pretty. They're not looking very impressive on either side of the ball right now.
No, not at all. But I think they get it figured out. Andy Reid's a really good coach, and they've still got that guy, number 15, back there that has that magic.
Yeah, but he can't keep trying to do it all because otherwise he's going to be sitting there texting with your boy Joe on the sideline going, "This sucks."
Hey!
I mean, no, right now he's injured, so he's going to be sitting on the sideline texting going, "You watching this game?"
Yeah. Hey, you want to watch this game with me? I know it's a bad Mahomes impersonation, but it's kind of the Kermit the Frog mix, you know. But anyways, so I'm gonna no yell and disagree with you on that one, Gordon. But my first one is with Joe Burrow being out for the Cincinnati Bengals, all the other options that they have, Jake Browning is their best option at quarterback.
That they have?
That options they have or that they can go out and get right now. Jake Browning is the best option that the Bengals have.
This week, yes. I will yell with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. It's a little bit later on in the week, a couple weeks in, you might need to look into that a little bit more. Once they start realizing what he does good, start taking away, how does he react? How does he counter that? Now, he's been in the system a long time, so he knows the players. He knows the playbook very well. There's a reason why he's only a backup.
Right, but he's 4-3 when he took over for Burrow a few years back, kept him kind of in playoff contention. And like you said, he's already in the system. He's already got that figured out. He's already got the continuity with the team. They like him, all that. I just think that you don't want to mess with that. You know what I'm saying, at this point in time. I know there's other quarterbacks out there. Jameis would be fun to watch in this system with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but he's also going to hurt you a lot. We both know he's Mr. 30 for 30 for Pete's sake,
Yeah.
And then, the other rumor, Kirk Cousins, like he come off an Achilles and he was not good last year when he started for the Falcons. What makes anybody think that he'd be any better this year, And then you mentioned Malik Willis, Is that the system he's playing in up there in Green Bay and Matt LaFleur, or is that Malik Willis? You know what I'm saying? So I think right now Browning's probably the best option for Cincinnati that they can have.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I said for the next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, yeah. But if he starts playing bad, they're going to have to go look somewhere else because there's a lot of talent that they're paying for on that field.
A whole lot. And $275 million of it's on the sidelines with turf toe. So, yeah. But there's still more. There's still like $200 million on the outside, on the offensive side.
Between two people.
Between two guys, yeah. Who are, they proved why they're getting that money last week,
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're kind of split here on that a little bit. You're going because the Bengals got Carson Wentz this week, which even if they had J.J. McCarthy, I wasn't worried about J.J. McCarthy. Kind of really not worried about Carson Wentz because he's not the MVP Carson Wentz from 8 years ago.
Not even close.
Not even close. So Gordon, your next one.
College football. Best conference in college football is the Big Ten, or the deepest.
Man, I want to yell on this one, but I'm going to yell with you. I think the Big Ten's the deepest. As an SEC guy, I would like to go against that, but I can't. I can't go against it this year so far. In the Big Ten, you've got Ohio State. We mentioned Nebraska. Washington's undefeated. You still got that team up north up there.
They only got one loss.
Yeah, the frauds, Penn State, as I call them. Sorry, I know. I shouldn't talk bad about Penn State. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But you got them over there too, and I mean it's from top to Indiana. Indiana's played with Illinois. I mean, you keep going on this right there. Oregon, forget about Oregon being in the Big Ten.
USC.
So yeah. USC, yeah. I mean, you just keep going, and you go over to the SEC. Alabama's down. I know they're picking it back up a little bit, but they're down. Georgia doesn't look all that great. Tennessee just lost to Georgia. OSU may be the best team in the conference right now, and they're not really that impressive. Texas lost to Ohio State the first week, which there's no shame in that. Texas hasn't looked good the last few weeks. They really haven't. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I'm gonna yell with you on this one. I think Big Ten is the deepest conference.
Yeah, maybe not overall best, but deep as far as teams.
Yeah, from top to bottom for sure. Vandy may be the best team in the SEC right now. I mean, come on,
Well, they played the past few weeks. Yeah, I would. If that was one of yours, I would say I have to agree with that. They play everybody the same.
That's funny because my next topic actually is Vanderbilt from college football, and that is Vanderbilt sneaks in to the college football playoff at 9-3 as an at-large team.
That's interesting because I can see that happening. I can actually see them going 10-2.
They got the schedule to do it,
and not to mention they've already got the confidence that they beat Alabama last year whenever they still had that illusion smokescreen around them. Now they turned that big fan on and blew that smokescreen plumb out the door, but I mean,
Well, listen to their schedule coming up, Gordon. They got Georgia State. They'll beat them. Utah State. They'll beat them. Alabama at Alabama. You never know.
Yeah.
You got LSU coming into Vandy. That's at home. That's not in Death Valley. That's a gettable game. LSU, like I said, they may be the best team right now, but Brian Kelly always drops a game since he's been at LSU and Notre Dame that he shouldn't. Could this one be it? Then they got Missouri at home. They go to Texas, it's going to be tough. It's Texas. Then they've got Auburn at home, Kentucky at home, and then they got Tennessee at Tennessee. So, I mean, there's a couple of them there.
You always say 10-2 because, like you said, there's one of them 3 games that is going to be their hard ones that they're going to pick up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're closer to LSU than people think as far as talent-wise. Well, maybe not talent-wise, but effort-wise, I think they've actually surpassed them. They don't have the talent, but they got the effort.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, they could do it. I mean, there's a lot of ranked opponents that they've got there, but Vandy's for real this year. And I think they sneak into the playoffs, 9-3, maybe 10-2.
I know you said you didn't want to believe in Pavia, but...
No, I said that last week. I said, I don't know if I could believe in Diego Pavia. Well, I believe now. All right, Gordon. Yeah, you got something?
Yeah, I had a total of 5.
Oh, gotcha. All right, yeah, go with your number 3, Gordon.
The quarterback for them, Underwood. Now, he was extremely hyped as a true freshman quarterback. Overrated.
I'm going to yell with you on that. I agree. I watched him play against Oklahoma, and the kid's not ready. Maybe you give him a little bit of time, and he will be, but right now he is not ready for the big time. So I'm with you there. Michigan, maybe they should have went out to the portal and got somebody or something to go with the rest of that team, but he's not it this year. Maybe next year he will be. Sometimes, you're hyped up and everything. I mean, look at Arch. He was hyped up for a couple of years. He had to sit behind Quinn. He still doesn't look like he's ready.
No. I think he thought that the hype was going to get everybody back off, be afraid of him or something. I don't know. No, but he went into the wrong house on day 1.
Yeah, he did, and he hasn't been the same since. So I'm going to yell there. I'm going to agree with you on that. I think he is overrated, and that's probably a good thing for your team this year at the end of the season.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit there and say Ryan Day is going to do it because he hasn't yet.
That's true. He hasn't yet, but there's always hope for it.
I have to throw the yet in there because I got to have some confidence in him.
Right. He did win a title, so, I mean, you'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take it. It'd be better if you done both, but
Right. So my third one, I'll go ahead. Go ahead, Gordon. Finish your thought.
No,
there.
I just said if I had to pick one, I'll take the Natty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. There was a lot of fans that was like, I don't care, he still lost to Michigan. And it's like, okay, calm down. You won the title. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So my next one that I'm going to go with, and it's going to be back to the Big Ten, and the most disappointing team in the Big Ten is the Wisconsin Badgers. Not only that, but one of the more overrated head coaches is Luke Fickell. Now, I will tell you why. I think he's more of a defensive coordinator than he is a head coach. Gordon, yell or no yell with me here.
Well, I got to yell with you on that one. He was the interim coach for Ohio State. He was defensive coordinator. Got whenever Jim Tressel got fired, or whenever he stepped down.
Thanks, Terrell Pryor.
Yeah. But the thing is what got, well, I was thinking about though, is that I always thought that he didn't get a real shot because it was like 4 weeks before the season, 3 or 4. Then all of a sudden he became the head coach. Now he was over everything and he only had a month to get everybody ready.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is tough. Their defense played lights out all year. They went 6-6, but their defense was lights out. I mean, they was chasing everybody down. But their offense couldn't do, the offense couldn't do nothing that year. So I thought, well, he just didn't get a fair shot. He wasn't ready. I mean, obviously you can't be ready with 3 weeks when it comes to college football. Well, then he goes to UC. First couple of years, they're decent. I mean, they was like 8-win, 9-win teams just about every year.
Made the playoff one year and lost to Alabama as a 4 seed.
Yeah, that was his last year there, wasn't it?
Yep, that's why he got the Wisconsin job.
Yeah, that was Desmond Ritter's senior last year. So I thought, okay, if he's got enough time, he can actually implement things and they'll be okay. Then he goes to Wisconsin. Oh my God! I mean, if I said his coaching was atrocious, I just complimented him. Because it's been worse than that. I just wouldn't want to hurt his feelings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that he's, like I said, he's probably a better defensive coordinator. Maybe a good head coach at a smaller school than like a big-time Big Ten or an SEC school. He could probably take a team, to the playoff or something at a group of 5. But as far as being a head coach at a Power 4 school, it's just not for him.
I think he'd be better in the FCS.
Yeah, he would be. I'll put him out in the Mountain West, have him coach one of them teams. I think he'd do pretty good. Or the MAC. He could be a good MAC coach.
Oh, yeah. Little expectations.
Yeah. Occasionally maybe make a playoff. I could see him doing it. He's done it before, but he's not a big time college head football coach. So sorry.
Yeah. Had what happened not happened, I would have had to yell with you on that one. Because obviously UCLA is the worst team, and their coach was way worse because he's already been fired.
Yeah, definitely so.
So he can't be worse than Luke Fickell can't be worse than him now because that guy's not there no more.
Yeah, somebody else got fired too this week for being 0-3. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they fired somebody else too. But Gordon, what is your number 4 on yell or no yell?
I know I brought him up last week. But this is a different thing because I saw a clip on him today. Dabo should be done at Clemson.
I agree. I'm going to yell with you on this one. Dabo has let times pass him by. I believe he said something today about if you want to get rid of me, you want to get rid of winning ball games. Dabo, you ain't done that. You haven't done that this year.
No. He was the one time said, you can't really. It's what have you done for me lately, not what you did for me before. And now he's starting to bring up, this is what I did for you before. It's not about that. It's about what are you doing now? And
football is a what have you done for me lately sport, and he has not done anything for Clemson lately.
Yeah, Dabo, I think, is related to Jack Squat, because he doesn't know Jack Squat.
Yeah, he's Clemson would probably be better off because they lost to Georgia Tech last week.
Yeah, I had that game too.
Struggled with Troy and lost to LSU in week 1. So no, Dabo, probably not good for you.
On my picks on one of those little wager apps we talk about.
Yeah,
I was right every week about.
Yeah,
Clemson.
Yeah, and they got Syracuse this week, which is no pushover. So, I mean, Syracuse, I know they don't have Kyle McCord or anything this year, but they still.
They wasn't that good with him.
No, but they put up a lot of offense, though. And, hey.
Yeah, well, their coach is a good defensive coach, and he's an inspiring coach.
Yeah,
he inspires people.
And Dabo inspires people to not watch Clemson football anymore.
Hey, it's inspiring whether it's good or bad. I mean, but
you got something else on that, Gordon? I got one more. I got two more actually. I got my fourth one.
Okay, go ahead.
Mike McDaniel will be the first coach this year in the NFL to get fired. Yell or no yell?
I yell with you on that one because there's too much talent on the offensive side of the ball to be that putrid.
Hey, Mike McDaniel's supposed to be the genius though to get him going.
You got 4 weapons that run 4-2,
yeah,
and sub 4-3, and you can't get him the ball.
You can't give him the ball. Now Tyreek had over 100 yards receiving last week, but he is still pissed off for whatever reason. He's not happy there.
Well, I mean, it's in the NFL. If you're in the NFL, there's one thing that you should not like doing, and that's losing.
Yeah. That's right.
That's all they've been doing is losing.
And there's rumors that the Chiefs are wanting Tyreek back because of Rice and Worthy and all this. But
I think Tyreek Hill put gasoline on that bridge, lit it with a flamethrower, and then pissed on it to put it out.
Yeah, I think so. There, I don't think that's happening, but I think McDaniel's going to be the first one. So you don't agree with me on that one. Who would you think would be the first one getting canned?
Oh, no. I do agree with you. That's why I yelled.
Gotcha. Oh,
I did agree with you.
I'm sorry. My bad on that. Yeah.
No, I said I have to yell with you on that one. No, if it was anybody else, I don't know. Most of the bad teams has got first-year coaches. Of course, that doesn't stop a lot of owners, but if not, it'd be Dabo.
Yeah, Brian Dabo. Like I said, I don't know why he keeps throwing Russell out there when he's got Jackson Dart. Give that rookie a chance because you're fighting for your job this year. But I think McDaniel, he's got more talent out there. They've shown potential before, and they choked when they got in the playoffs. And I don't know if Tua gets hurt again. He's definitely getting canned because I don't even know who the backup is down there these days.
Oh, I don't think they got one. I mean, I know there's someone that wears a quarterback's jersey, but I don't think they're a quarterback.
It's like Skylar Thompson that to come in there last year in quarterback form. Yikes!
It might as well been you or me.
It might as well been. So, so far we're kind of we're agreeing for the most part. We've split a little bit. Gordon, your last one for yell or no yell for this week.
NFL last Sunday. Russell Wilson, fluke game.
I'm going to yell with you on that. I agree. It was a fluke. Russ, he seems like he has one of these every year for the last 5 years, and that's about it.
Yeah, so time to put Jackson Dart in because the magic is over with for the season for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I agree. It is. He's should be done. You've got to go with Jackson Dart at this point in time. Like we said, he's fighting. Brian Daboll's fighting for his job, so definitely,
Yeah, it actually shocked me. Normally it's a little bit later whenever he has that fluke game.
Mm-hmm.
But
he got it early.
Well,
false hope for the Giants.
Well, bravo for him.
Yeah.
But if his last 5 years is any indication, that's it. He's done. There's no more magic in the bottle. He has to save it up every time for one game a year.
Yeah. All right, so my last one, number 5 for the week. This is going to be kind of out there because nobody else has really stood out. Carson Beck is going to be top 3 Heisman vote getter for the season. He's playing good in Miami. They're looking good.
God, no, yo.
No, yeah?
So far, no. I can't. I can't. I don't. It's now if they go undefeated, he'll probably get the consideration because they're undefeated.
That's why I said top 3. And they're playing in the ACC, which is, we already talked about some of the teams there. They got them and SMU?
Okay, you said top 3. Okay,
top 3.
I'll yell with that. I thought you said he was top. And I was like, I got to know you on that. No. Top 3, I'll agree with you on that.
Okay, yeah. No. Yeah, no. He's, I don't have him winning the Heisman Trophy or anything, but he's back to the old Carson Beck a little bit his first couple of years at Georgia. Wasn't like it was last year. They're looking pretty good down there in Miami right now.
Last year, Carson Beck was abysmal.
Yeah, and that's why John Stockton's son's out there playing now. He's not really John Stockton's son, but hey, we'll call him that.
John Little Stockton, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, so there's our Yell or No Yell segment for the week. Gordon, let's look at a couple of games coming up this week here. And top 25 matchup, Texas Tech goes to Utah to play the Utah Jazz. No, I'm just kidding. The Utah Utes.
The Ooters?
The Ooters. That's a top 25 matchup. Texas Tech and Utah in a Big 12 matchup. Who do you think wins this one? It's at home, Utah. Is Cam Rising still the quarterback of Utah? I just need to know.
No. I know I know why I say that because he's been a starting quarterback for Utah, I think, for the last 10 years?
Well, for half of that time because he was injured for the other half.
Good point. Every time I thought he was going to start that year, he was injured all year. So.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Cam Rising start. Oh wait, no, he's not. Sorry, guys.
I got Utah. Their quarterback is Devin Dampier, and there's quite a few quarterbacks that's done it, but they've actually had pretty. Of course, week one we didn't know how terrible UCLA was.
No, we didn't know that.
But they beat Utah week one, and he hasn't thrown an interception this year. They're historically they're pretty good on defense, especially at home. So I got Utah taking Texas Tech, and just for the betting purposes of it, they'll cover the 4.5.
I'm with you. What do you think about the over/under? I think it's going to be under 52.5. Yeah, because the defense, like you said, Utah's defense last year, that's what carried them. Is it Kyle Whittingham that's been there that whole time?
Yeah,
he's a decent coach. He's a good defensive coach there for him.
Yeah, whenever he was the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, they had a good defense.
Yeah, so I think that. I think they'll win this game here. Texas Tech, I mean, do they ever really do anything? Not much. But I think Utah wins this one here, and I think the under hits on that. You got the Civil War coming up this week. You got Oregon State and Oregon. We're not even going to pick that one. That's just –
Okay. Or Oregon by 55.
Yeah, that could actually happen because, man, that's
They're in
Oregon. The Pac-2, yeah. They play each other twice, too, like in that conference. It's like they might as well just have a conference championship at the end of the year, play each other 3 times. just because, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
The next matchup, another top 25, number 22, Auburn travels to number 11, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's 6.5-point favorite. What do you think, Gordon?
I'm thinking Auburn's going to win. But even if Oklahoma does, they won't cover. It'll be close. It'll be less than a field goal. It'll be a field goal game. But I got Auburn actually winning.
If we were doing Yell or No Yell, I'd no yell at you right now because this game's at Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma's tougher at home.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm not really sure about, Hugh Freeze.
Well, man, I just got a weird feeling about that when I was looking at it. So
yeah, it could happen, but I like Oklahoma in this one. I don't think they cover, though. I think Auburn keeps it pretty close, and the over/under is 47.5. I'll probably take the under on it.
Yeah, I said under. It's going to be defense.
Oh yeah, it is. It's going to be a defensive game right there, and in Norman, that's just why I like Oklahoma there. The next matchup, I got 2 of them here. That's not going to be. It's going to have one ranked team, the other one's not. This one here is kind of intriguing to me. Tulane travels to Oxford to play the number 13 Ole Miss Rebels. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, Tulane is coached by John Sumrall. Used to be a linebackers coach at Kentucky. He went to Troy, had some success there. Then he went to Tulane. They had a really good season last year. They've had a good season so far this year. Kentucky fans want Mark Stoops out, and they want John Sumrall. So, I'm bringing this up because if they win this game on Saturday, our fan base is going to be like, their heads are going to explode because they're like, we got to get this guy because he's going to get a big-time job after this year, and we want it to be at Kentucky. Do you think they can travel on the road to Oxford and pull off the upset against Ole Miss? Ole Miss 13.5-point favorite.
Can they? Yeah. I watched the game. I watched some of the game last week. Tulane, whenever they went into somewhere else and upset them, I watched it.
Was it?
A lot of it.
Was it Duke?
Yeah. But regardless, I mean, a group of 5 versus a Power 4 school is almost always going to be an upset if they win. And I know it's not an upset, but how bad they beat them was like upset for them. If it had been close, it'd have been okay. But it was a beatdown. I mean, they beat them down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put it this way: I would say Ole Miss, but it ain't going to be a double-digit win. I don't even think it's going to be by a touchdown. It's going to be like one of them last-second field goal things.
I think so too. I think Ole Miss wins this game. The over/under 61.5. Ole
It
Miss's
ain't getting
defense.
close to that.
You don't think so? Ole Miss's defense isn't that good.
No, it ain't going. No, I don't see it getting there. It might get close, but I don't see it get to 61.5. I say it might get to 55.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna think it's gonna be a high-scoring game here. They're gonna go back and forth. They're gonna trade blows. Ole Miss wins this game by 6 in a close one.
Well, we kind of agree with the outcome.
Yeah,
To win, beat him barely. Kentucky fans will still want him.
definitely so. Because if they go in there to Ole Miss and they lose by 6, Kentucky lost to Ole Miss by 7. So people be like, look, we lost to Ole Miss at home by 7. They lost to Ole Miss at Ole Miss by 6.
Bring him in.
Which I would be all right with. But hey, I'm supporting the coaches there now, so just roll with that. Not looking forward to anything off season yet. Kentucky's 2-1, but that's still going to be in some folks' minds. So I just thought that was intriguing for this week.
I think he's done a lot of good at Kentucky. So
He has
he made him relevant again. They had a lot of good seasons with him.
6 or 7 bowl games in a row, something Kentucky's never done, in a row like that. So hey,
I can understand the intrigue of wanting a new coach, but don't kick the one you got out the door until he does stuff like Dabo that wants you to kick him out the door.
Yeah, or if, like last year he went 4-8, you've got to give your coach at least one season, to kind of fix things. You get a couple more seasons like that, sure. Yeah. Got to give him a chance, though. You got to let him work through it. Don't be calling for anybody else yet. Next matchup I want to go over, also not top 25 team, but we mentioned it a little bit while ago, and that is the team up north, number 21 Michigan, going to Lincoln to face the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Michigan's a 1.5 point favorite. The over-under is 46.5. Gordon, what do we think here?
Huskers by 9. Remember, their coach can't be there this week. He can't be there to help coach. He can't be there on the sidelines. Nothing. So Sharon Moore's had no input on this game whatsoever.
Man, that's big for him right there because Nebraska's pretty good. Like I said, they've got Kentucky's number 1 receiver from last year, Dane Key, who had a good season, and so far he's leading them. You got little Patrick Mahomes over there. He thinks he's Patrick Mahomes, Raiola, the quarterback. They're going to be up for this game. They're going to be ready to go, and I think Michigan.
They got a good coach too.
Yep, Matt Rule's a really good coach.
For college.
I think for college, NFL, a different story. But for college, definitely. I was almost said Baylor. I like Nebraska to win this here. I'm thinking of Matt Rule's old college team there. But, give me Nebraska in this one too. And I think that of course they cover because they're the underdogs at home for whatever reason. I think they're giving too much credit to Michigan in this game, the bookmakers are.
Yeah, well, I got them by 9. I think they're going to win by 9, at least.
So another one we'll go over here. Florida goes to Miami to face number 4 Miami. How much longer? We want to have to pick this game. We're both probably on the Miami train here, right? How much longer until Billy Napier's fired at Florida?
Let's see.
When Kentucky beats them in November?
Probably, yeah.
I like it.
Or your all's luck the week before.
Yeah, and then they get motivated for the Kentucky game. That's the worst. Yeah, so I think that the top 25 Big Ten matchup, number 9 Illinois travels to Bloomington to face the Indiana Hoosiers. Illinois is a 6.5 point favorite on the road. What do you think?
Kind of like Illinois in this one. Because I like, they're both undefeated. Neither one of their quarterbacks has thrown an interception this year, but they're really inferior opposition. So it's not the same as the guy from Nebraska.
Right.
It's still inferior, but it was UCLA. It was a Big Ten game. Oh, no, Utah guy. Sorry, no.
Yeah, Utah,
but they beat UCLA's beginning. They're not who we thought they were, but no one knew that week 1. Illinois got big corners, and they're fast enough to keep up, and they're hard to throw the ball against. I watched them last year playing some of the bigger, the ranked schools. They didn't win, but they put up a hell of a fight with them. I like Illinois.
I'm with you on this. I think Illinois wins. I think they cover here. Indiana hasn't really faced it a whole lot this year. Illinois hadn't either. Illinois has been building here for a few years now. Well, I say that. Indiana has too. Indiana made the playoff last year. I don't think Indiana goes back to the playoff this year. I just don't see it. Although this game's at home, I think this is going to be a really competitive game. But I think Illinois wins this thing by a touchdown. And their coach, it's Bielema up there at Illinois, right? Brent Bielema. I bet Wisconsin wishes he was back there.
Yeah, they got rid of him because he had too many 9-win seasons. He didn't have the Big 10-11. I bet you they'd be making secret trips to the bathroom with some lotion for a 9-win season now.
And man, is there any other game you want to go over this week for Saturday? Our teams are both off. We've hit the top 25 games.
Actually, everyone you brought up was all the ones that I wrote down here.
There we go. Perfect. We didn't even plan that out, guys. We just went off of that. So that's good week coming up for college football. We've got professional football too, NFL. Thursday night game. I mean, Mike McDaniel. Can you get the offense going tomorrow against the Bills?
He better, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. The Bills are pretty tough.
I got the Bills winning that one. Of course, I sent you that earlier.
Yeah.
NFL segment that you do on Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
But here was my thing about when I sent that one thing to you about the Jets. I know I was like, I know I can't be. It's because Jaden Daniels is going to be. No, they're going. I'm sorry. Jets are going against Tampa Bay. Their center and both their tackles are questionable. One's doubtful.
And if you watch that game Monday night, after those guys went out, the Buccaneers offense struggled the rest of the game.
Oh yeah. And I think Justin Fields is out.
Justin Fields is out as well. So that leads us Tyrod Taylor.
And that's a serviceable backup because he wins a lot. He's just not flashy.
No, he used to be before the doctor punctured his lung before that Bengals game a few years back.
Yeah, because he was going to start.
Yeah, over Justin Herbert. It was against the Bengals. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was Justin Herbert. It's the Chargers. Yep. He was going to start and got a punctured lung. And then the Justin Herbert experience started, and poor guy, he didn't get a chance.
He didn't get a shot after that. He had some few good years up there in Buffalo. So, you say, he's a serviceable backup. So, maybe.
A couple times he actually came in for other players and damn near won games. Almost brought him back to win.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be a good weekend of football once again. Like, I mean, any weekend football's on, it's going to be a good weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And Gordon, here in a couple of weeks, when we get on here and talk, we're going to have like Tuesday night, Wednesday night games, which you've got to be a real degenerate to watch those, and I am. So.
Well, I am when I'm off that week.
Yeah.
But I'm off them 2 days.
Yeah, you get to watch the Conference USA, and what other conference was that? Florida Atlantic and Florida International and all that. Sunbelt. The Fun Belt. Yes, the Fun Belt. I can't wait. For that. We're almost there for that. Then you get the action in November.
Yes, and I love Conference USA.
Yeah, Mountain West.
I will say this, though.
Yeah.
The Fun Belt is where the offense is.
Oh, yeah.
Final score, 68-65, shit like that.
This is how I know that, like, Seth McGowan and, like, some of these other players are transferred to bigger schools. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I had bets on these guys last year, So I'm like, I remember him. So, like I said, you got to be a real degenerate. Oops.
Yeah, well, when I get a chance to, I do.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Gordon, you got anything else to add on this here before we wrap it up?
No, just I had them 2 upsets.
Yeah. Well, next week we'll get on here and we'll preview Ohio State-Washington. Should be a good matchup. And Kentucky-South Carolina, because there's nothing for us to review for our teams. We'll have yell or no yell, and then we'll get into that. Until then, we will see you all later. Go Cats.
The Bucks.